Coach, the sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Here we go. 180. Block 59. Go. Get out there.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Switch.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's...
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They run with David Montgomery, the 3rd-round pick from Iowa State. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Now it's Trubisky. And able to find Graham, complete.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
In your face.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go. Check, 59. They can't hang with that.
On first down, it's Elliott. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 84 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Who that?
On first down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A first down throw for Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. 66 yards. Quick pass out to Miller. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 2nd and 3, Trubisky. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 43. He's crashing.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Elliott. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
He's not going to get me.
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. That's taken at around the 40. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set them up with golden field position. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
56, Bears 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, Just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Caught by Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I'm coming after you.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Rip left, rip left.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. That one complete to Elliott. Now, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They go to Elliott again. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Elliott. Oh, hurdle time. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. On first down, Trubisky going for the deep ball. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And
what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now Elliott. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Yeah.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get
Yo,
better
Nick.
as we go forward.
16 yards is the
Who the fuck let me play this dude last night, bro?
I'm playing the Bears right now. I'm absolutely dogging shit.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
Basically, I'm staying. What do you do? Just focus up and listen to music?
And that
What?
is incomplete.
Do you just mute your mic and listen to music?
With 5
Yeah.
seconds to go. So line of
Did you do that when me and you played?
39 on 2nd and 10.
No?
Now, when I'm like killing someone, I just vibe.
For
I just
Trubisky.
listen to music.
He's going
Uh.
to fly. And that will be incomplete. As time has
Like when I'm
run
focused,
out
I need like
this
because
football
the music gets me
game.
tight when I'm like when I need to focus.
No, bro. Like when I'm on offense, I turn on like some smooth, like some calm shit. And then when I get on defense, bro, my
That's some
music, my
crazy shit.
playlist goes fucking ham.
So
I'll
is
be
it
getting on
defense playlist and an offense playlist.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. I come out on offense, I'm listening to my Juice World. You know what I mean? And then I come out in defense, and this is all you hear.
Yeah.
You think I'm joking? Like I changed my shit, but then I'll go on offense, and you'll hear this. And then we go back on defense. Because about the time I can play 2 songs, I'm back on offense.
Oh wow.
Sometimes when I'm feeling risky, you know what I mean. I'll keep this music going when I'm on offense.
Nah, yo, I feel like too amped up when I do that, and then I throw a peg like.
Facts, not. I like feeling amped up on defense, bro, because it makes me like play risky.
Yeah.
And I'll be sending pressure from all different places, bro.
Yo, I think I'm running away with this player of the year, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really.
Yeah.
I had a terrible game with Antonio Gibson. I don't even know what his stats were. I remember getting mad because this dude, like he played like Nick. He plays like such a pussy. Like, I cannot describe to you the level of vagina he has inside of him. Bro, so we were playing some game, I don't even know what it was, bro, but the claws were going down, 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 down. That's all you gotta know.
My son Zeke is first in rushing touchdowns, first in carries, and second in yards.
Really? Antonio Gibson is gonna win Rookie of the Year, and that's all I care about this year.
Yeah, he definitely will.
See, here's my thing, though, like, he was not even supposed to be this close.
Oh, I surpassed Lamar, bro. I surpassed Lamar for yards, and I have the same amount of touchdowns. I'm only 20 away
But
from Jonathan
you know what the
Taylor.
sad thing is, bro?
What?
They'll still give him MVP.
Oh yeah, I know. Cause yeah.
His
100%.
passing yards. You just can't compete.
No, he gets he averages 151 a game, bro. I mean, I average 140.
I average something like that with
Yo, Dak got hurt, bro. Dak got hurt, bro.
like bad.
He has a ankle sprain.
Ooh, what is that, like 3 weeks?
Something like that. It might be. I don't know. I haven't checked.
Damn, you gotta look.
How do I check?
You go to team and then you go to wait, are you an owner?
No.
Just whenever you're a coach, if you go somewhere underneath team, it says injury report
Oh, injury
somewhere.
report. Injury report. I found it. Oh, I guess it was just for the game. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
But he got hurt. Like I ran some read option shit, and he had some bullshit. No, yeah.
31-25.
I was trying to be nice to him, and then like once